Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Today I'm going to present about matrix. Let's go for the introduction of matrix. Equality. Two matrices are equal if and only if the order of the matrices are the same. This means the row and column must be the same. The corresponding elements of the matrices are the same. Subtraction. The order of the matrices must be the same to do the subtraction. Subtract corresponding elements. Matrix subtraction is not commutative, neither is subtraction of real number. This means that matrix subtraction is not commutative because if, for example, if we put A minus B equal to B minus A, it's not the same thing because for subtraction, we must put the order first. If we change the order, the answer we will get will be a different answer. Matrix subtraction is not associative. This is also same as what just I said before. Matrix subtraction is not commutative. Okay, for addition, order of the matrices must be the same. Add corresponding elements together. Matrix addition is commutative. Matrix addition is also associative. What is the difference between subtraction and addition is addition. The matrix for addition is very commutative and associative because if we change the order, we still get the same answer. Not exactly like subtraction because if we change the order, the answer will be different. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Scalar multiplication. A scalar is a number, not a metric. Scalar means a single number that we multiply with a matrix. The matrix can be any order. Multiply all elements in the matrix by the scalar. For example, if the matrix is 3 by 3, so that means all the elements inside the 3 by 3 matrix need to be multiplied by the scalar. Scalar multiplication is commutative and scalar and associative. This is exactly as before, same as before, because when we multiply the scalar, it will give the same answer even though we change the order. Next, zero matrix. Matrix of any order consists of all zeros. Zero matrix, in the elements of zero matrix, all elements are zero, denoted by capital zero. So zero matrix defined as a capital zero. Additive identity for matrices. Additive identity means if we multiply or addition with a zero matrix, we will get the value itself. For example, simple example, 1 plus 0, we will get 1. So we will get the number itself. Any matrix plus the zero matrix is the original matrix. So this is what I was talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Any matrix that we plus with the zero matrix will give the same answer, the number itself. Matrix multiplication. The number of columns in the first matrix must be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. That is, the inner dimensions must be the same. The order of the product is the number of rows in the first matrix by the number of columns in the second matrix. That is the dimension of the product of the outer dimensions. Since the number of columns in the first matrix is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, you can pair up entries. Each element in row I from the first matrix is paired up with an element in column J from the second matrix. The element in row I, column J, of the product is formed by multiplying these paired elements and summing them. Each element in the product is the sum of the product of the elements from row I of the first matrix and column J for the second matrix. Okay, for example, given two matrices, matrices A and B. Okay, matrices A is a 3 by 3, while matrices B is 3 by 1. Okay, so A matrices, the row is 3, and for matrices B, the column is 3. They got same number, so we can pair up the entries. If the row and column is different, we cannot pair up the two matrices together. Okay, that's all for introduction for matrix. Let's go for notes. Okay, multiplication. Just multiply the scalar times each element in the matrix. this operation is commutative, the arrangement of matrices can be switched. Okay, let's see the example given. 2 is the scalar times by a matrices equal to matrices times scalar and the answer equal to the answer. Okay, for clear explanation about what is a commutative, this is what means a commutative matrices, because even if we change the order, like the example given, 2 times matrices equal to matrices times 2, we will get the same answer. Division. Division only has a meaning when a matrix is divided by a scalar. Division of a scalar is not defined. Let's look the example given. A matrices divided by 2 is equal to 1 over 2 times matrices. And we will get the answer. So in the example given, the division we convert to multiplication and then we solve it. Mathematical operations on two matrices. Only 3 binary mathematical operations are defined: addition, subtraction, multiplication. Mathematical operations on two matrices. Addition. Addition is only defined for two matrices with the same order or size. Add the corresponding elements. Matrix addition is commutative. So for mathematical operation on two matrices addition, first, the matrices must be the same order or same size. If the matrices are not in the same size, they cannot be done. Okay, that's all the notes from matrix. Let's go for some exercise so that we can get even better understanding on matrix. Okay, for the following matrices, perform the indicated operation if possible. Okay, we are given 3 matrices which are A, B, and C. Okay, let's do the question that we are asked for. A plus B. So what we will need to do is first we put the A matrices and then the operation plus and B matrices. So we can just add it as usual. Then we can get the answer. Okay, next B minus A. Okay, we put the B matrices and then subtract by A matrices, and then we will get the answer. For subtraction, my advice is to always be careful with subtraction, because subtraction can be sometimes confused when you try to subtract with negative value, because when subtract meets negative value, it becomes positive. So always be careful and focus in doing calculation in subtraction. Okay, for C, A plus C. Okay, first we put matrices A plus matrices C, but here we cannot do the calculation because A and C has a different size. Matrices A is 2 by 4, while matrices C is 3 by 3. That's why we can do the calculation. So we put the answer is matrices A plus C cannot be defined. Okay, moving on to the next question. Giving the matrices. So we are given 3 matrices: matrices A, matrices B, matrices C. Okay, the question is compute 3A plus 2B minus 1 over 2C. Okay, so here we got scalar and matrices. Okay, the solution is the scalar, we put it in front, 3, and then put the value of matrices A, and then do the operation, plus 2 matrices B negative 1 over 2C. Then we just multiply the scalar with the matrices A, multiply the scalar with B, and also multiply the scalar of matrices C with matrices C. Then we will get the answer. So that's all exercise that are given. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I'm Hidayat. Today, I will explain about application of integration, which area under two graph. So, what is integration area under two curve? We have seen how integration can be used to find an area between a curve and the x-axis. With very little change, we can find some areas between curve. Indeed, the area between a curve and the x-axis may be interpreted as the area between the curve and a second curve with equation y equals 0. In the simplest of case, the idea is quite easy to understand. So let's take a look to example that I already provide for you. The question is, find the area of A that bounded by upper part of x-axis, which y equals 0 and y equals 3x minus x squared. So for the first step, you must find point of intersection 3x minus x squared. So you can factorize x, 3x multiply with 3 minus x, and you will get x equals 0 and x equals 3. For the second step, you must find point of intersection and draw the graph of x, figure x, 3x minus x squared and y equals 0. So after you sketch a graph, you will see which area that we will calculate. So for the step 3, you must remember that the upper graph will minus with the lower graph, which for this graph is 3x minus x squared is the upper graph and y equals 0 is the lower. So 3x minus x squared will minus with y equals 0. So you will integrate 3x minus x squared and you will get 3x squared over 2 minus x power of 3 over 3. Then you substitute back the limit which we already calculate. For the first one, we will substitute with 3, and the second one we will substitute with 0. So you will get 9 over 2 minus 0. So the answer is 9 over 2 units. Let's do some exercise. So the exercise given is, find the area which is bounded between the given function, sketch and shade the region bounded by each curve. The function given is y equals x and y equals x power of 2. So the first thing you must do is find the intersection point. So you can do set x equal x squared. Then you must remove the set by square both sides. Then you will get x equal x power of 4. Then you must gather all the function in one side. Then you will get x power of 4 minus x equals 0. Then factorize the function and you will get x multiplied with x power of 3 minus 1. Then you will get x equals 0 and x equal 1. So you must sketch the graph first. For the second step, you must sketch the graph. Then you will shade the area that we must calculate. So we look to the graph and we can see that function y equals x is the upper and y equal x power of 2 is the lower. So the function of x will minus with the function of x power of 4. And the limit you just take from the intersection point which 1 and 0. So when you integrate x, you will get x power of 2 over 2. And when you integrate x power of 4, you will get x power of 5 over 5. Then substitute the limit back and you will get answer 9 over 10 units square. That's all from me. Thank you. Now we will go to another exercise. The function given is y equal 2 minus x squared and y equal x. So the first step is find the intersection point. So you can do 2 minus x squared equal x. Then gather all function in the one side. Then you will get 2 minus x squared minus x equals 0. You must remember to factorize, the highest power of x must be in positive. So change all the sign and you will get x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. Then factorize, you will get x plus 2 multiplied with x minus 1. And you will get x equal negative 2 and x equal 1. So sketch the graph and shade the area which include in negative 2 until 1. So the step number 3 is integrate the upper minus integrate the lower. So the upper function is 2 minus x squared and the lower part is x. Then the limit is 1 and negative 2 based on the intersection point. So when you integrate 2 minus x squared, you will get 2x minus x power of 3 over 3. And when you integrate x, you will get x power of 2 over 2. So then sub the limit and you will get answer 9 over 2.